Are the ancient scriptures telling us to stop looking for God in the temple and the temple in itself may be the God? Let's find out. I want to speak about this in two different ways. One, Vimana in itself, and the second, I want to speak about the layout of a typical temple. If you talk about the Vimana itself, you will see pots made of copper or brass at the top of the Vimana. These are believed to be good conductors of electricity, as we all know. In the event of a lightning, these copper pots or brass pots attract the electric energy from the lightning, avoiding them to be absorbed by the stone structure of the Vimana, causing damage. Now, inside these pots are a kind of a grain, something on the lines of a kind of a millet, which is mixed with salt. If you look at this energy distribution, the metal pots attract the electric energy, while the salt and the grain reduces the impact and they safely discharge it to the ground, avoiding any sort of damage to the Vimanas. If you look at the pyramid structure of the Vimana in itself, they are based on some sort of geometry which follows a self-replicating patterns. Now these are the same patterns replicated across the length of the Vimana, which is believed to be one of the stable structures ever known to mankind. Shastras like the Agama Shastra and the Vastu Shastra depict this whole layout of a temple in the form of the Vastu Purusha lying down with his face up. Now at the feet is where the Rajagopuram stands, and if you keep moving forward, you will see the groin area of the Vastu Purusha, then the Udara, which is the stomach region, then the heart region, then the throat, and then the head or the crown of the Vastu Purusha. Now this is where I want all the science geniuses to step aside, because this is not a science lab, this is a spiritual representation of the ancient Indian philosophy. Now the moment you enter into a temple is where you leave your footwear outside and you leave your material physical ego out there. Then you reach the Dvajastambha, which is the groin area of the Vastu Purusha, where you stop submitting to the lower desires such as anger, lust, etc. Now this is also called as the Balipitam, symbolizing the death of material desires. Then you move towards the Udara region, which is the stomach or the navel. Just like how your body burns food to give you energy, this is where your desires, your material desires are burnt. Now this is where you step into a state where you're ready to absorb the energy. This is the Mahamandapa. Then you step into the Ardha Mandapa, which is the heart region of the Vastu Purusha. Now this is where you start being receptive to the emotions and the energy of the temple. Through the neck region, you step into the sanctum, which is the core energy or the jiva of the temple. This is the seat of consciousness. This is usually dark, symbolizing that you cannot think of anything else. Your mind becomes still and you connect with the divine energy. So after all, it could be true, if you look at it in the true spiritual philosophical sense, that the temple in itself could be the God, because it is stripping you away from all the material desires of all the unwanted thoughts, where you get into a state of consciousness.